Howdy survivors, I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, where as you partners can see, I am in the Great Roggy armor set. Now, I really like the look of it because, it's kind of fitting in a way. Like, the cowboy theme is a little bit, isn't too far out there for Monster Hunter, and the way the Great Roggy has, the skin, or the hide to it, really works well with the set. But what I'm surprised at is actually the status for, a early build, almost. Everything it has in there, of team player, normal up, and the poison, are all some pretty good stats to have early on. I did throw in the precision jewels, just so that way I get the steadiness up to reduce the recoil on our Crew Pecco heavy bow gun. But I really do like the look. It's not too out there, it feels nice, grounded, and it's just a nice little bit of personality to it. And it's going to actually fit very nicely because today we are going after the first ever Brute Wyvern that you will get to fight in Monster Hunter. Or the very first Brute Wyvern that was your kind of taste of what the entire class of monsters would be. We're going into the Sandy Plains to go after Barroth. I just want to make sure I have... Yeah, looking good there. Okay, so talk to the guild sweetheart, and where is it? There we go, leading the charge. Hunt a Barroth. I've read reports of an intriguing monster in the Sandy Plains. Apparently, weak weapons bounce off its tough hide, and the beast sometimes destroys anthills when it charges. Fascinating. Now, Barroth's got a little bit of a special place in my heart, because not only is he kind of the first Brute Wyvern you'll generally encounter... I say generally, World I think introduced you to Anjanath first, but through the entire series, Barroth is the first Brute Wyvern you would ever hunt. And it's a really good fight that's a great learning fight. This one will really teach you to respect when it's the monster's turn to do its attack, and if you don't, it'll hurt you. As a gunner, it was a very good way to kind of teach you when to be patient and wait for your time to strike would be. And it also showed off a big advancement that the third generation had over the first and second. Because monsters almost had what you could consider a diagonal charge. Say, you're here, and the monster's going to be charging towards you here. You run over here. The monster's going to continue facing this way, but would actually go diagonal towards you. So that would make the hitbox super hard to kind of predict and dodge. And it was sometimes atrocious to deal with. I think the one monster you would really encounter it with would have been Tigrex in the old games, Gen 1 and 2. Actually, I think any monsters that really charge, because Diablos, Rathalos, all of them kind of fell under that, where they would have this weird diagonal charge. And if you don't think it's weird, I have a little challenge for you guys. Find an area where you can take, say, 10 steps. I want you to face one direction, but you have to walk diagonally without changing your course so that way you're facing head-on this way. And after you've done this little thing for that bit, go back to where you started, try a jog now, and just feel how unnatural and clumsy that is. That's why, when 3rd Gen came around, the sliding charge was gone. Monsters basically pick a direction and just straight on for that. And Barroth was the prime kind of one to show that off, and it was such an upgrade to how the hunts would be, how well you could enjoy them. But there's our muddy boy. He really has become a favorite for me. He's probably one of my favorite low-tier monsters, where it's so good to see him in any game that he's kind of in. You kind of know what you're up against. He's just a nice raw monster, or a raw damage dealer. And he's just a nice kind of packaged monster all around. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to... Ow. Okay, I might even actually deal with these little buggers. Yeah, I'm going to try to deal with them first, because the Nahabra, not as bad as the Vespoids are, or were, but they can still be a little problematic when you're going after a different monster. Oh, nice. That actually broke off a lot easier than I thought it would. I'm still also adjusting to how powerful the heavy bowgun is over the light ones. Oh, actually, that was a material from that, and that wasn't even one of the usual, like, wyvern tiers. Like, the lipo gun, you feel you're going to go through ammo and take quite a while to actually get monsters down with the fights. Okay, yeah, you're gonna be problematic, aren't you? Oh, boy. Right. Gotta be careful. I mean, this is still all low rank, so I won't really die too easily. But you should never really take your eyes off of the monster you're fighting to try and deal with the little nuisances around you. And something else about Barroth is he is one of the only monsters I know of where you actually have to use blunt damage. Uh-oh. You have to use a blunt weapon in order to break his head off so you can get that as scars. I think the only other one in the series that has ever done that has been Shara Ishvalda, where you get the tender plates for breaking the head off. But Barroth was the only... Actually, still is the only monster. Oh, there we go. I actually got the timing on that. Well, maybe. I could have just been out of range, too. Oh. Yeah, I cut that one really close to getting smacked. Oh, you little insect buggers. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yeah! Okay, I think we're gonna try to be a little more active in getting rid of the Nahabra. They can still, like, paralyze you if one of the stings gets off good, but... Yeah, just nice straight on charges. And we'll go for level 3, just because maybe it'll bounce around a bit. Now, normal ammo 3 worked really weird in the old games, because it was actually weaker on the initial hit than normal 2. But there would be the possibility that it would ricochet on hitting the monster and hit it multiple times. But the problem is the ricochets weren't something you could, like, get a good set pattern to, such as you knew it would go at this angle if it hit here or stuff like that. Like, sometimes, like you saw there, they would be random and just hit whenever. Yeah, I didn't quite get that one dodged. Uh-oh. There's the bulldozer coming through. And Barroth actually has a bit of a neat backstory, because his design influence, or his inspiration, was actually a bulldozer on a construction site nearby one of the offices where they were kind of thinking up and developing Monster Hunter. I think one of the members on the team watched the way a bulldozer moved, and I figured that would be a good way to... or a good monster design to sort of make, is have a monster that moves more like a living bulldozer. Okay, so most of the mud is gone. So what we'll probably actually do... And Barroth is another neat monster, because he's also one that had, like... kind of 2 elemental weaknesses in a way. Like, when you're fighting Barroth, water is going to break the mud off the fastest. But once the mud's broken off, you actually want to try using fire element. I was just hoping to try to break that bit of mud off his head, and then I'd start with the... Oh. Yeah, because he's still slamming down with a few things there. Bye, Cha-Cha! Man, that does not want to come... Okay, why are you guys all ticked off? The Barroth is the one who hurt you, not me. Nope. Ooh. There we go. There's our muddy boy all cleaned up. And I can't remember if the flaming has the same sort of piercing damage that all the other elements sort of get or not. I don't think... Oh! Alright, I forget that these low-rank guys can kind of lose their health really quick. Yeah, so off he goes to his nest to... Or, I guess his little wallow to get some rest in. So we'll go take him down. Maybe we'll do even the... capture quest that I think opens up after him. We'll see, because we are doing pretty good on time. Oh, he doesn't actually sleep under it. Oh, that's right. When you first find him, you'll kind of find him, like, buried in the mud, and only his head ridge sticks up. Now we'll just honk him down. You've been honked to death, my friend. Yeah, I love Barroth. I'm so glad he's also continued through the series as well and come back time and time again, because I think he was in... I can't remember if he was in the 4th generation or not. I know Generations... I think he came back in Generations Ultimate, not base Generations. But then he also World and Iceborne and came through. And then actually... Yeah, this is even the generation that has the subspecies too. There's actually a Jade Barroth that is a tundra-dwelling one. So he's actually covered in snow and ice, and he is all ice attacks in that. And another reason why I also like Barroth is he gives a pretty nice light bowgun to use. It has, well, in World it had a nice variety of rapid fires like Spread 1, Normal 2. It was pretty good for its top, for the end of regular World. And even in the other games, it makes a pretty decent light bowgun as you're kind of going up and building yourself through the early game. Yeah, so there's some of our rewards. Oh, I wish I could kind of hide the menu there, but I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I have no way I can actually hide the menu, because look at that for a kill screen. It's basically facing us head on. Sand Juggernaut been added, and Barroth Life has been added to the gallery. Now, maybe I'll even have to do a bonus episode once we've gone through. I think it's all of the village's low-rank quests that have them. But they're like the ecology videos of back in the day, and they're super good. They basically just like flesh out the monster a little more and show the day-to-day. Oga Oga, idea for new mask, gurgle into Cha-Cha's brain like Tsunami Laka. Find the crafted mask, make big shaka stimulation appetite, hunter tummy rumble rumble. Cha-Cha leave plans with village chiefs junior, you already see plans, must check Oga Oga. Oh, and you got a scalp for us, thank you. Okay, thanks for coming, little Rugrat Chakubaku, or whatever he's called. I kind of like Chakubaku over Cha-Cha. Brought me plans for a new mask. I can make as long as you bring me the materials. How about you get right on that, okay? See the requests. So what does he need? Oh. Yeah, we could actually do that. It's just, do I want to give up my double barbecue spit, though? We'll see. Maybe the next time the trader's in, we'll see if we have any rare commodities. Did you bring anything back? Ooh, you did. So we'll take all that back. Okay, we do have a number of points we can work with. Okay, so I don't really have anything for, like, treasure tracker, but we'll send them out anyway. They can do that. Nothing else there, so just, like... And I also found out the name. I didn't remember it on my own. Her name is Aisha, A-I-S-H-A. So welcome back, nice work burying that Barroth. I sent off another letter recommendation for you, and your trusty liaison, me. We should hear back soon. If all goes well, you'll be approved to hunt in a new region. Isn't that exciting? Go pack your bags. Actually, why don't you relax for now? Soak in some hot springs, get a Moga-style massage. Yeah, right. You've already got more work. Next up, Gobool. Okay, he's definitely going to get an episode of his own, because Gobool is a great Leviathan. Large Leviathans living in the Flood Forest, didn't need a book to tell you that. Why am I not using my notes? Went a little crazy while writing them. The lines got so small that I can't read a lick of it anymore. Bummer, right? So, you know how much info I can give you today? Diddly squat. How do you like that instant decisive answer? I should go into management. Moving on, here we are. Okay, so it's an urgent. Oh, there's actually... Huh, there's not even a capture quest for Barroth. Okay. Well, we'll go take a look. He doesn't give us any heavy bow guns. But he does give the light bow gun, the barrel. Oh, it actually doesn't have an affinity negative to it. That was one thing I thought Barroth kind of kept, was it would have a bit of negative affinity, but it was a higher raw for you. But yeah, so that one just gave you pellet shot level 1 at rapid fire, so that's still not bad for a bowgun to give you. And nothing really there. As for the armor, I'm trying to remember what stats were. Attack, defense, precision, and hunger. So it's actually not bad. Let me see. Yeah, there's a preview. Yeah, old Barroth armor had some really interesting aesthetics to it. Like, that's one thing I really missed come Iceborne and Monster Hunter World. Like, don't get me wrong, the armor designs were good, but I really missed the gunners having this sort of unique, asymmetric design to them. Like, let me see. Okay, Blade Master Gunner. Like, you can see all of them almost have... Oops, sorry. Like a wrist guard to that one hand that is more... You would imagine is supposed to give you more armor, but if anybody who has played a hunter can tell you, or has played a gunner in Monster Hunter can tell you, you don't get more defense as a gunner. So it's almost like a odd choice to give you, but I love the feel of getting something like a bracer arm guard on your one hand that's forward trying to hold on to the weapon. It just added a bit of style and pretty unique. But yeah, so I'll probably look at getting that, because like the attack and defense up are pretty good to have as an early set. Put those away. Okay, didn't really use any of that. We'll go buy some more ammo. And we'll squeeze in one more hunt. So, get that stocked up again, that stocked up again. Take the pellet just in case we have to deal with the bugs. But one thing about trying to be a gunner in the early game is it is expensive. You're probably going to have to do a number of quests just to almost like stock yourself up on things to keep you good and going. I was going to see if I could get temper, but it doesn't look like that's one of the skills we can get. So maybe we'll just stick with trying to get something else. That gives defense. Yeah, I guess we'll just do that. And it might be, yeah, maybe a little while before we see the new, or our next heavy bowgun. But that just means we'll be using the honker for a little longer. So off we go back to the sandy plains. And this time we should find Barroth actually like buried in, I guess, swimming in the wallow. Like, it's kind of weird for such a big monster to be able to bury around and move as he does, but then again, given his size and probably the strength in his build, or in its build, I guess Barroth could technically do it. But we'll head right for there and see about breaking off some of the mud and taking him down nice and quick. That way we can get a couple hunts in, work towards his armor, and then maybe we'll get the armor after we go for Gobul. Like, I know the Gobul armor, I think, is meant to work more with his weapons that I think had early paralysis stats to them. Yeah, there, you can just see the little head crest poking up there. And you can see just kind of like, almost like a little submarine just going by. Oh, actually, we will carve that off. Yeah, the monster fluid may come in handy later. Bust you. Cha-Cha's, I think, dealing with it. Oh, there it is. Normally, he kind of pops out once you get your first shot off or you damage him. But I guess he naturally also surfaces, too. Maybe I'll actually even try using the normal 3. Maybe we can get some of those weird, like you can hear the little chatter of when the bullet ricochets and goes through multiple times. It's just there's no good way to really control when it does or where to aim to make it do that. And that's why I'm glad in Monster Hunter 3, or not 3, sorry. In World and Iceborne, they changed normal 3 in order to work a little more differently. It's basically a stronger normal 2-shot, which, again, really helpful because you could be a little more precise and it actually felt like a direct upgrade compared to the normal 2. Okay, well, if he's going to go down there, I'm going to see about taking care of these. Nope, you stop that. Nope, and we'll get out of the way of that. Okay, let's try to get away from that just so we don't... There we go. Let's try not to get muddied by him. Ooh. I think that might have been an iframe dodge. I think I was a little too slow on that, but just managed to squeeze in that little window there. Okay, I would like to try picking up the bit of that shiny he dropped. Oh yeah, we got it. There we go. You gonna go after Cha-Cha or me? Looks like Cha-Cha. Or maybe me. No, decided to swing back around for me. Yeah, you know, I'm going to try normal too. That might break off the mud a bit easier. Because, yeah, if we can get the direct shots, then we can break the mud off a lot better. And because the normal 3 has the weird ricochet... Oh, there we go. But I'm actually going to focus more on the shiny. Like, when you get the extra materials back in the old games, it was more of a treat, because the majority of what would drop would be those tiers. Oh, and we made him mad. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Ow. Yeah, that clothesline, that decked us good. And all that work breaking it off is all gone again. That's where Barroth was one where you'd almost want a couple of people using water weapons and some using fire. That way, no matter the state, you'd be kind of working together to get him at his weakest. Ow. Okay, got clubbed with the tail a bit there. Okay, so he's just going to muddy up. I was going to try to carve the Nahabra. Didn't quite get to it in time. Okay, so where are you going off to? Barroth? Going that way? Okay, we'll follow. Yeah, I don't think it'll take us more than a few minutes with the first move. The biggest thing is just getting all the mud off, and then you generally can go take down Barroth pretty easily. His weakest spot, if I remember right, is actually the front arms, and that's why I normally try to break those pretty early on if I can. But just getting all the mud off makes him an easier fight because of, like, when he tries to shake it off, you don't have to worry about getting stuck in anything. There we go. Okay, so we'll probably switch to the flaming now. Uh-oh. I thought you were going to go after Cha-Cha. Oh, actually, he might be limping. No, going after Cha-Cha? No, limping. Okay, yeah, limping. Yeah, the crouching fire... I don't think you get a lot of opportunities to use it solo because of how much danger it puts you in. because it's basically a lot of frames where you're stuck, just kind of stuck down, shooting and hoping it'll flinch for you. And if it doesn't, you're generally going to get bulldozed. But it can be a pretty powerful tool. Like, we'll probably show that off right now as we look to crouch fire right into them. There we go. Down he goes. Yeah, so that has been Barroth. He's probably one of my favorite low-tier monsters. He's a pretty general... He's a good fight, gives you some nice equipment to begin with, and teaches you some nice basics about, like, the elemental weaknesses, I think is one where it really stands out. And also, again, it's just a really nice kind of tight design that all comes together really well for a great early experience of Monster Hunter. So we'll head back, see what rewards we get, and see how the armor's shaping up. But I think we'll go to Globule next episode. Hunt a couple of them, and then we'll see what's next after that. Because I think we're getting into... We might actually be getting into some more of the portable third introduced monsters. Because, like, the Great Roggy was one. There's another one for the Sandy Plains that is a great design monster and a lot of fun. And I think we'll probably show in a while. It depends when we unlock them. Yeah, so let's just send these off. Yeah, kind of meager for rewards, but you get what you get. So we'll save. Ooh, actually, with you being right here, let me see if I can do a rare trade. Okay, I can. So let's get another double barbecue spit. And that way we can actually wrap this request up right here. And we will actually give Cha-Cha that new mask. Because the grill mask, yeah, it gets 2 abilities you can give them. So maybe we'll give paralysis. And maybe attack boost. And dances, yeah, he only has the 2 right now. And I want to see if there's anything else for rare commodities, because we do have a 2-star of ancient skin oil. Okay, there. No, I don't think we want the combo. I think I actually want to get the Red Spear Plus. Yeah, so that'll let these, our fishing things are now both able to go to the multiple areas, so that's good there. And do that, and that, put those away. Okay, everything's looking pretty good there. So I'll basically stock us up on ammo, and then our next episode will be back to the Flooded Forest in order to go after Globule. Or Gobule. Globule. G-O-B-U-L. No idea how to pronounce it. But anyway, thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Let's just send off with a wave. If you do like the series, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, tricks, or anything you like about it, be sure to leave them right down below in the comments. I try to respond to you guys as soon as I can with any feedback, questions, whatever comes up. Until I catch you all next episode, hunters and survivors alike, please remember to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.